Hi, good morning to one and all. I am Kranth and I am going to teach you on Photoshop skills. So today we are going to learn something about the toolbar. And in the toolbar, we'll be learning about the lasso tool, and obviously the next one is the magic tool. So today I'll be teaching you on how exactly that we should use these two tools. Yes, in the previous classes we were already been learning about how to use the lasso tools. In lasso tools again we have three options. So we have polygonal lasso tool, and we have lasso tool, and we have magnetic lasso tool. So obviously we have learned how to use the first two tools, like the first one was lasso tool, we have used it, and then the second one was obviously the polygonal lasso tool, which we have used, and the last one is the magnetic lasso tool, which I'm going to show you today. So yes, I have said you about Photoshop. The Photoshop is all about, again I'll repeat it for you, the Photoshop is all about two things. One is creating the image, another one is editing the image. So when I speak about the creating an image, the interface is very much important. Like దేని మీద పని చేస్తున్నారు మీరు. For example, if you're working on a banner, if you're working on a pamphlet, if you're working on a web designing project, if you're working on anything, basic size కనుక్కోవడం చాలా ఇంపార్టెంట్. ఎప్పుడైనా ఫోటోషాప్ మీద మీరు పనిచేస్తున్నప్పుడు the first thing you have to note is on what workspace and what is the resolution that you want to work for is one of the most important things that you have to remember whenever you are working on the Photoshop. And the second one you have to remember in the Photoshop is shortcuts. Shortcuts మీకు ఎంత బాగా వస్తే అంత ఈజీగా మీరు ఫోటోషాప్ని యూజ్ చేయగలరు. For example, ఇప్పుడు you have done some mistake in the interface, and how do you go back? So it's Control Z. Instead of going to the option and doing the undo option, మీరు షార్ట్కట్స్ యూజ్ చేయొచ్చు. అట్ ద సేమ్ టైమ్ షార్ట్కట్స్ వలన మీకు ఫోటోషాప్ మీద గ్రిప్ అనేది పెరుగుతుంది. అంటే ఇప్పుడు వర్క్ 5 minutesలో అయ్యేది, ఇఫ్ యూ నో షార్ట్కట్స్ యూ కెన్ డూ ఇట్ ఇన్ 2 minutes. సో దెర్ ఇస్ హ్యూజ్ వేరియేషన్ ఇఫ్ యూ నో ద షార్ట్కట్స్ ఆఫ్ ద ఫోటోషాప్. సో దిస్ ఇస్ ద మోస్ట్ ఇంపార్టెంట్ థింగ్ you have to remember when we go forward in learning the Photoshop. Yes, Photoshop manam నేర్చుకున్నప్పుడు the first thing that you have to know about is the menu bar. So let us see what is the menu bar here. So this is the menu bar. I think everybody, in our last classes we have been learnt about this menu bar. And yes, we have another thing that is toolbar, which is again the most important thing in the interface. Without the toolbar, there is nothing in Photoshop. And if you have misplaced the toolbar and if you don't know where it have gone, just go to Windows and then type tools. So again you will get the toolbar. So toolbar is the most important thing that you have to work in Photoshop. So now when I speak about the toolbar, so we have the first one as, yes, what is this? It's mark tool. When I say about the mark tool, meeku already nenu cheppanu mundu, we have 4 options in this. It's just to create a selection and put a paint or anything into it. And then we have move tool, which is the most important thing in the Photoshop. And then obviously we have lasso and the magic tool. So this is not a big deal anyway. So as well, when I speak about the lasso tool, manam lasso tool oni first we are learning about the lasso, that is the options. We have lasso, polygonal and magnetic. So yeah, what is lasso tool? Lasso tool ante em ledu, it's called as a cutting tool. Ante edaina manam chestunnappudu gaani, ఏదైనా ఇమేజ్ని మనం కట్ చేయాలన్నా దీన్ని ఉపయోగించుకుంటాం. సో లెట్ us open an image. So we had let us work on our image. So wow, we have created so many in fact, kada? Yep. Oh. So this is the image we are always been working for. So lasso tool em chestundi ante simple. If you want to cut anything, this will help you. Selection avutundi. I think everybody knows about it. So this is what you have to remember all the time when you're working on the lasso tool. So I'll delete it. And as well, when you are working on Photoshop, guys, always save the file. ఇక్కడ మీకు PSD అని కనిపిస్తున్నట్టు. This is the saving the file. When you don't save the file, you will have so many problems. మీరు చేసిన వర్క్ అంతా పోతుంది. So always save the file after you work, or keep saving the file when you are working on Photoshop. So let us see what images do we have created using Photoshop. First 3 tools. This is one design posture that we have done using polygonal tool, polygonal and polygonal lasso tool. This is using all the 3 options that we had. We have used mark tool, lasso tool, that is polygonal lasso tool, inka mark tool tho manam ee image ni chesam. And also text, we use some text here. Nice. And this is only using mark tool. This is the layer box. So these are few of the things that we have done in our previous classes. So now let us go with the new image so that we'll be comfortable. So I'll take you with the Google here. So guys, whenever you go to Google, Photoshop meek inspiration kavali ante, leda if you want to learn so many things, or if you want to see what you can do in Photoshop, ఏం లేదు, Photoshop works అని కొట్టంగానే మీకు చాలా ఆప్షన్స్ వస్తాయి. See so many works of Photoshop. All these are the Photoshop works. I'll also show you how to do this. This is very interesting. I'll also show you how to do all this. These are the extreme works that we do in the Photoshop. Isn't it beautiful? So now let's work on Photoshop. So now let us see what we can do. I will download this image. And then ikkada manam ee image loni we will put this boat. Nice, right? So what we have thought, leda we can also use this image as well. So rather working on it, we will work on this. So yeah, I need a good wallpaper, so we will download this. Nice. HD wallpaper download చేసుకుందాం. So save it in a good place. మీరు ఎక్కడైతే వర్క్ చేస్తున్నారో అక్కడే సేవ్ చేసుకుంటే మనకి ప్రాబ్లం ఉండదు ఎలాంటిది. So I'll create a new folder and then put project (1.0). Open, save, and then manam ఇది ఒక wallpaper and then we'll put something else here. See, creativity guys, idantha manam creativity, manam ela kavalanunte ala chesukochu, you know. So when you are using the creativity, you have to be logical, little logical. ఎప్పుడైనా మరి క్రియేటివిటీ పెడుతున్నారంటే పిచ్చి పిచ్చి క్రియేటివ్ పెట్టకుండా అర్థమయ్యేటట్టు పెట్టుకోవాలి ఎప్పుడైనా. So this is very nice. So this is one image that we have downloaded, and let's put some nice today we'll work on copy and pasting things. So ఏదైనా ఇప్పుడు మనం లాజిక్ అప్లై చేద్దాం. సో ఇప్పుడు మనం ఏంటంటే ఈ వాల్ పేపర్ మీద ఒక డైనోసార్ని పెడదాం. లైక్ యూనో దెర్ ఇస్ అ డైనోసార్ హియర్, అలాగా విల్ క్రియేట్. సో టు క్రియేట్ దాట్ యూ నీడ్ అ గుడ్ మంచి క్లారిటీ ఉన్న ఇమేజ్ని ఒకటి తీసుకోండి. So nice image, any of the nice image we can actually take. We'll use this, very nice కదా, save image. Okay, or else we'll ఎప్పుడైనా క్లారిటీ ఉన్న ఇమేజ్ని తీసుకోండి. ఒకవేళ క్లారిటీ లేకపోతే దెన్ యూనో దట్ విల్ బీ వేస్ట్ ఆఫ్ ఈవెన్ వర్క్. సి దీంట్లో క్లారిటీ లేదన్నమాట. సో even if we do that editing manaki baga raadu. So always take a good picture to edit. We'll create okay, this is very nice, beautiful. ఇలాంటి వాటి మీద మనకి వర్క్ కూడా ఈజీగా అయిపోతుంది. ఐ విల్ షో యూ. సో దిస్ ఇస్ వెరీ స్మాల్ కదా, నో ప్రాబ్లం, విల్ సేవ్ ఇట్. సేవ్ ఇట్. దెన్ we'll add few more things. It's all about creativity guys, you know, just use as much as creativity if possible. Also this is also very nice. The problem is half of the time we don't get the clarity images. So manam work chese mundu you know ilanti clarity images pettukuntene we can work nice. Yes, this is very nice, we can use this. Okay, so now let's start working on the Photoshop. So now ఒకసారి చూసుకోండి, కంట్రోల్ ఓ కొట్టంగానే మనకు కావాల్సిన ప్రాజెక్ట్ 1.0 ఉంది, పర్ఫెక్ట్. సో మనకు కావాల్సిన 3 ఇమేజెస్ కూడా ఉన్నాయి. ఓకే, క్యాన్సిల్. అండ్ నౌ ఆల్వేస్ సేవ్ ద ఫైల్, కంట్రోల్ ఎస్, ఫైల్ సేవ్ యాజ్. మనం ఏం చేయలేదు. ఫస్ట్ లెట్స్ ఇంపోర్ట్ ద wallpaper. So దీని మీద మనం we'll be working on it, right? So never work on the background, so always create another one and start working on it. So there's a problem, so let's start working on it. So now always save the file before you actually have to work. So PSD is saved, project 1.0 is our set, save. So now let's start working on it. So ఇక్కడ మనకి ఇవన్నీ అవసరం లేదు కాబట్టి కలర్ స్విచ్ ఆఫ్ చేసేసుకుందాం. హిస్టరీతో కూడా మనకి ఎక్కువ పని లేదు కాబట్టి విల్ ఆల్సో డిలీట్ ఇట్. ప్రాబ్లీ దీంతో మనకు అవసరం ఉంది కాబట్టి లెట్ us మోర్. సో వీలైనంత ఈజీగా పెట్టుకోండి సో దట్ ఇట్ విల్ నాట్ ఎఫెక్ట్ యూ ఎనీ టైమ్. Don't get confused, guys. Okay, now let us maximize it. So let us see how is exactly our thing. Okay, so manam ikkada dinosaur ni pedadam. Okay, so now control O, we have two images to put, so we'll be working on it. So now if I have to work on it, then I have to look how to actually put it. Very nice. So now I'll show you how to use magnetic lasso tool, which makes your work more easier. Start చేద్దాం working on it. See, this is because of the mouse problems. So let's start. Magnetic ఏంటంటే ఒక్కసారి క్లిక్ చేస్తే చాలు, it will only take the selection. So minute details మీద ఎక్కువ వర్క్ చేస్తూ ఉండండి because this will help you out in creating the best objects. అన్నిటికంటే వెరీ కన్వీనియంట్ ఇస్ ద మ్యాగ్నెటిక్ లాసో టూల్. ఎందుకంటే ఇది దాని మటుకు అదే పిక్సెల్ని స్వైప్ చేసుకుంటూ ఉంటుంది, ద లాస్ట్ పిక్సెల్స్ని అదే స్వైప్ చేస్తూ ఉంటుంది. మీకు ఎక్కడ పాయింట్ కావాలో అక్కడ జస్ట్ క్లిక్ చేసుకుంటే చాలు. లేదు అంటే అదే ఇలా మీరు డ్రాగ్ చేస్తూ ఉన్నప్పుడు ఇట్ విల్ టేక్ ఇట్ సెల్ఫ్ ఇన్ అ గుడ్ వే. See, we had a problem now. So we have a problem here. So when we don't have a right mouse, we can't do a proper work. Though my mouse is actually not working properly, there will be so many problems. ఎప్పుడైనా మీరు ఫోటోషాప్ మీద వర్క్ చేసినప్పుడు make sure your things are properly used. See, again I have to do it from the first because of this problem. So this is how you have to start working on it. మీరు వర్క్ చేస్తున్నప్పుడు you have to be very concerned about how actually you're working. This is a very interesting subject, but it's just need a lot of patience. See, this is one good option that we have. We'll see whether we are working perfectly on things or not. Yes, we were actually perfectly working. ఎప్పటికప్పుడు చెక్ చేసుకుంటూ ఉండండి how you are actually working on. This is how you work it. So you're almost about to finish the selection process. Then we are just cutting this entire image from the original image. This is the creating image part. Photoshop is actually famous for all these things. So now we have successfully done. See, we have cut the dinosaur from the image. So now what will I do? I will take the move tool. ఈ move tool అనేది నేను సెలెక్ట్ చేసుకొని ఇక్కడికి వచ్చేసరికి కట్ సింబల్ వస్తుంది కాబట్టి దీన్ని కట్ చేసి ఇక్కడ పేస్ట్ చేస్తాం. Okay, so now we have done. So now what I'll do, I will transform that. దీన్ని కొంచెం పర్స్పెక్టివ్ మారుద్దాం. So now I have clicked this. So now what will I do? I'll see on what I have to develop. So here మనం దీన్ని ప్లేస్ చేద్దాం. Okay, so now we have to work on the image as well. So now what will I do? I will select the option. See, ఇలాంటివన్నీ పోవడానికి what we'll do, we'll just use stamp tool. Okay, so now I'll minimize it and we'll see. Okay, and now this is how it have to be, right? Okay, so what I'll do, I'll little minimize this. And then right here. And I'll maximize it. It's just upon how you're creating it. Okay, it's not setting kada. We'll use it here. Okay. Done. So we will start working on it. So okay. So this is just a sample that we are doing. So now what you'll do, create another image and then Control T and then rotate. Okay. Or else we can actually do one thing. This is just to put the shadow. నేను ఏం చేస్తామంటే we'll little transform it because original వాటికి ఎప్పుడు shadows ఉంటాయి. Make sure you put the shadows properly. Then make sure you put the shadow colors and then T. You have here something called as distort, okay, where you can I'll show you. Always try to work on the details. You usually have so many options. So now I'll reduce the opacity. I'll put it 50 and also the fill to 50. So now this is like the shadow. More shadow will apply. This is how the shadow looks, isn't it? Okay. Okay. So this is what we have been creating. So now it looks little original, isn't it? So this is how a shadow we have created. ఎప్పుడైనా షాడో లైట్ ఇలా వస్తుంది కాబట్టి సో దిస్ ఇస్ హౌ ద లైట్స్ ఇస్ కమింగ్ సో లైట్ ఇటు పడితే షాడో కింద పడుతుంది సో దిస్ ఇస్ హౌ ఇఫ్ యూ కెన్ సీ ద షాడో ఇఫ్ ద షిప్ ఇస్ ఫాలెన్ డౌన్ హియర్ సో ద షాడోస్ ఆర్ వెరీ మచ్ ఇంపార్టెంట్ టు వర్క్ ఆన్ బికాస్ మనం లైట్ మీద వర్క్ చేస్తున్నాం కాబట్టి దిస్ ఇస్ వెరీ ఇంపార్టెంట్ సో దిస్ ఇస్ వన్ కైండ్ ఆఫ్ ఎడిటింగ్ దట్ వీ హ్యావ్ బీన్ డూయింగ్. So now for the graphic effects and everything, let's work on it. Now make sure you decrease the lightness. And then we have all a kind of editing, So and then we'll open it. Let's work on it. So here, everything is white, isn't it? So now I'll select the magic tool. You can make two option in the color, so that is called the magic tool. So I'll select this and then click on white. Okay guys, so నేను ఇక్కడ white మీద click చేశాను. So what have happened, obviously the white have removed. See, so this is what have happened. Now I'll the easiest way to delete things. So now you can basically get this here. Okay, we'll do one thing. Head is cutting kada. Okay, so instead of that, what we can do, go to this, delete, so now It's just that we are making a vintage life out of it. Basically working on it. Okay, so enter Control J, create another one, and then Control T, and then flip or rotate 180. Sorry, just to create a small shadow. This will help you out, guys. Creating the object. And now Control L for the lights, make it black, and decrease the opacity. Okay, so let us come back and see the image. So this is what we have done it, guys. Today in Photoshop we have created the dinosaur lives, and this is really amazing that we have done it here in the wallpaper. So let us save the image and see how exactly this looks like. I am saving this image as JPEG output. So now let's see what we have done today. So by using this image and this image, by putting these two dinosaurs in this image, we got this output. Very nice, isn't it? So does this seem like one? It looks like a good image, isn't it? See? So this is what we can do in the Photoshop. So ee moodu pictures ni manam kalpi we have done this output today. So this is just a imaginary thing that you can do it. If you want to put some more creativity and everything, you can add so many features to the dinosaur, and you can maximize it, and you can do so many things. So this is what we have done today, guys. So this is what is actually called Photoshop, and when you're creating something, make it little original. I mean, it should make some sense. Ante ippudu edaina create chestunarante koncham common sense apply chesi cheyandi. Ante for example kontamandi chestu untaru, we don't have reason for all that. Ante bike ni gaallo pedtaru patkelli, and then bike మీద ఎవడో నించున్నట్టు. All this creativity doesn't make sense. So when you're making something, when you're creating something, make sure it looks original and it makes some sense. Okay, so this is what is actually Photoshop, and today we have worked on magic tool and we have finished the lasso tool. So start practicing this so that you can do good things in your future. So thank you so much for listening to my class, and we'll be taking so many classes on Photoshop. Keep practicing it, and in the next class we'll be learning about some more tools. Thank you so much, and I'm Kranth.